morning.
Good morning and welcome to a new episode of Norfolk Girls Knitting. My name is Shannon.
And my name's Amanda.
And we are mother-daughter collaboration of all of our knitting and crafting journey. Because it's not just knitting, is it?
You say something different every time.
I know.
Yes. We're here to show you our wares.
Our wares, our makes, our everything in between.
Yes.
I've just realised that it's got dark again, but the lighting's not too bad. Hopefully we won't have too bad of a light.
It's going in and out, so basically it's either really bright sunshine and we'll be really squinty, or it's really dark and we'll be like peering through the gloom.
Yes, so hopefully it's not too bad either way.
And Shannon has put a little post-it arrow to tell me where I'm supposed to look.
Yeah, because we keep realising that we're not looking actually at the camera, and now I keep looking at the arrow rather than the camera, so I don't know. We might have to remove that in a bit. We'll see.
You didn't expect anything less, really, did they?
No. You know us by now, right? With tangents and everything in between. Anyway.
So you can find us.
Yes, we are on Instagram as Norfolk Girls Knitting, and we have a Gmail account, which is norfolkgirlsknitting@gmail.com.
Individually, I'm Miss Mandy Lou on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I am Shannon, which is Blue Fern Yarns, and that is where you will find all of my hand-dyed yarn and yarn businessy shoppy stuff.
I think you should have that as a tagline.
Yarn business and shoppy stuff. Oh my god.
Only 3 minutes in and we're already breaking down. It's going to be a good one.
Oh no.
We're going to carry on regardless because...
Keep going. We're never going to get through this, are
we'll never get through it. And plus the fact you seem to like it when we mess up, so we'll just carry on regardless.
Yes. Anyway.
Okay. So, today is... Notes. Thursday the 21st of December. But this podcast won't actually be up until after Christmas, which probably about the 27th or 28th of December,
yep.
Because we are going to be showing some gifts.
Christmas makes.
All right, yeah. So, shall we crack on?
Yeah, well, what are you wearing?
I am wearing...
Why are you chuckling?
Because I adapt patterns. So you'll see as we go on. But I'm wearing the Tolsta tee,
but with long sleeves.
But I've made it into a jumper. And it's by Rebecca Clow, who is the Cray Bayer on Instagram. This was a whip last time, and yeah, I finished it. So the Tolsta is actually a t-shirt. So literally, after you've done the body, you pick up for your sleeves, do a couple of rows in stockinette, and then do your rib and cast off. I've put sleeves on it. And it's in...
Yeah, I do like that yarn.
And it's softened up beautifully, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the Fibre Co. and Make DK. And they come in 50-gram balls.
Just checking notes.
I can't remember how much was in the ball. I think it was about 130 metres or something like that for a 50-gram ball.
We'll pop it on the screen.
It's a DK anyway. All the details were in our notes from the last podcast.
Yeah. And they'll be in the drop down for this one as well.
I did write down that it was... No, I didn't. It's called Look at the Stars, the colourway, and I did the 52-inch bust size, which I think is a size 6. Would I knit this again? Absolutely.
Good to know. Is it top down?
It's a top down raglan with short row shaping, and it's quite cropped. So this is lovely to wear with dresses, and we've taken a few photos with a bit of a fashion show. So
and Bennett joined.
Yeah. So I'll put some pictures in. Got to be done
every time.
Yeah, and I love it. I really, really love it. It's done on quite a large gauge, so it's quite light.
Would you make any adjustments if you made it again, or would you knit it as it is? Other than the adjustment that you did.
I would make some slight adjustments, but going back to this, I used 840 metres, which was 335 grams.
For the whole jumper?
For the whole jumper. on a 52-inch bust size.
Wow, that's really good.
And that's including long sleeves. So the adjustments that I did make for this one are, obviously, as I said before, it's a tea pattern. So I've been knitting quite a while, and I kind of roughly know how many rows you need between each decrease. But what I did was I found a jumper that I'd already previously made, which was a Clarendon sweater, which I think was the one that I was wearing, might be wearing last time. And I knew that I had to get down to 48 stitches for the sleeves.
Yeah.
So I worked out from the amount that you pick up for the underarms that I had to make so many decreases, and I had so many inches to do it. And so it worked out that I did it every 7th row. I decreased 2 stitches either side the beginning of round marker. I'm not sure that you can see it. They're very neat.
That's very neat.
Yeah, and then
I can't even see where it is.
And then what I did was I did 20 rows of 1x1 rib, and I did it. So the jumper is knit on a 5mm needle. This rib here is done on a 4mm needle, but I wanted it slightly closed in. So I went down to a 3.75mm needle for the cuff. And so if I would make it again, I would actually start with a 3.75mm needle.
Yeah.
And then go into the 5. And I would also make it longer because I think it would be like a perfect like sweatshirt.
Yeah, everyday sweatshirt, jumper type thing.
And I'd want it a little bit longer to wear with like jeans and joggers and yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks nice. I like that one.
And I'm really impressed with the yarn. It was quite.
It's a little bit scratchy before you blocked it.
Yeah.
But now it's softened up quite nicely.
And it's because it's got it's a wool. A wool alpaca linen blend. I think it's got 14% linen, and I don't know if you can see, but all the white bits aren't dog hairs. They are actually the linen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks really nice.
And it's just softened up beautifully.
Yeah.
In fact, I had a choice of 2 jumpers that I was going to wear today. I had this one on, I put the other one on, and then I changed back into this one. So that's what I'm wearing. Very long-winded.
No, it's
and
quite
one
nice.
of my finished objects too.
One of your finished objects. Yeah, no, it's nice.
So what are you wearing?
I am wearing the Pink Velvet by Andrea Mowry. I'm just going to shift my hair back. So it has got quite a wide neck, so I think if it was done again, I'd ask for it. I'm saying I would ask for it because Mum made this one for me.
What, longer ribbing and more short rows.
Yeah, yeah. Just although it doesn't look too bad, I get cold here.
I think sometimes what you can do is if you always find it's a little bit too loose around here, cast on in a smaller size.
Yeah.
And then just do a little bit more, and then
a few more increases.
And then increase for what you need
for the shoulders.
For the shoulders.
Yeah.
Just do more increases, but yeah, or do more short rows and bring it up at the back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do colour work yet. I'm going to do it at some point. So Mum very kindly made this as a sample a while ago now.
I can't
well
even
over a year.
It's on the phone.
Well over a year.
We'll find out the date and I'll put the date on the screen.
Yeah, and it's made out of my wine o'clock colourway. Sorry. So it's got this really nice sort of subtle variegation all the way through. And then for the top, is it 2 strands or 1
Just
strand?
1 strand of Suri.
1 strand of Suri silk in the colourway concrete.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
I've
worn this one quite a lot.
The beautiful thing about Suri is it seems more fluffier than mohair, and you can't wear mohair anyway.
No, it irritates my skin.
And so what
what
happens is it just fills in the gap. So although the gauge is bigger, because obviously Suri is finer than
mohair.
No, Suri is finer is finer than the 4-ply fingering weight yarn, but because it's fluffy, it just fills in the gaps.
Yeah.
Is it warm?
It's very warm. I love it. I've worn this so many times and it doesn't look like I've actually worn it. It's not pilled. It's on much. It's a little bit there.
Yeah,
but
it's on the stand quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people try it on. So when we're at yarn shows and things like that, we just say to people, if you want to try it on, feel free, so you can get an idea of sort of the sizing, whether that's the right size you would make as well.
Whether you can actually tolerate it against your skin, that kind of.
Yeah, because I have actually got a vest top on underneath. But like this is directly against my skin, and like the Suri is absolutely fine. If this was mohair, I'd be like coming up in hives
and wheezing.
and wheezing, yeah. But yeah, no, Suri is fine. So that's what I'm wearing.
Right then,
I love it.
Okay.
So I've been a little bit busy.
Both been, because a couple of the things that we've done together, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're quite often doing things together, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so things that we've been up to. So we met up with Ellie from Craft House Magic, which was so lovely. It was an afternoon after lunch, and like literally we were nattering the whole time to the point where we actually got kicked out of the cafe because they closed. But that was lovely, wasn't it? It was so nice meeting up with her.
Absolutely, we're going to do it again.
Absolutely, yeah. It was really nice. So we did that. Then I had my pop-up shop at Venetia's.
That was really cool, yeah.
It was so much fun. Working from home alone all the time, I don't often get to see people. Yeah, so I end up just being alone. So actually going out and doing a pop-up and seeing a few more people and seeing a few like people who buy my yarn from Venetia, because I have some yarn stocked there, and then talking to them. And
in fact we're going to move slightly over and we're going to put a picture in of a shawl that one of Venetia's and Shannon's customers has made.
Yeah.
From Shannon's yarn.
And she bought it at the pop-up shop.
And she's finished it already. She's like a machine. It's beautiful. But we just love seeing what people make, don't we?
Yeah, and it's just so nice seeing the different colours that they put together. Like I wouldn't necessarily have put those in a fade, but they work so well. And I'm like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So yeah, that was really nice, and actually getting to meet the people, because sometimes I get tagged in a photo from Venetia where they've taken in a make with my yarn, and I know the name because I'm told, but I don't know the person, and it's so lovely just to get to meet them and get to know them and have a bit of a chat with them. So yeah, it was really, really lovely.
And it's quite nice as well, because I think the best part of the shows, or I find the best part of shows, is actually speaking to people and actually helping them choose things and helping them gain confidence in what they're doing. So you know, sometimes it can be a bit disheartening if you're you've made something and it doesn't look like the pattern picture and it doesn't fit like the pattern picture, and it's quite nice to sort of like have chats and say, right, well, what do you want, and give them the confidence to say, well, okay, then I'm going to make a slight adjustment here and you know, do things differently. And
they sometimes they then get in touch and tell us that they've done that. Yeah. And it's now made them more confident in their knitting and their crafting, and it's great. I think
that's the best bit, actually.
It is, isn't it? Just it's so lovely. But so then there was that. Then we went to Yarnworks.
Oh yes, we did. Yes. So Yarnworks is down in Hadley in Suffolk, which isn't too far. It's about an hour and a half, isn't it? Maybe not even that.
I didn't even think it was that. I don't know, we were chatting the whole way.
I think we were too busy chatting, and I think we were going a little bit slower because of the it was blowing a hoolie, blowing an absolute hoolie, and there was like water on the road. Guess who drove?
It would have been me if Tom didn't mess up his car and have to use mine.
Yeah. So we're not really a family that just damage to our cars very often. In fact, it's
usually very rare, but you know, recently maybe not.
We're in for a bad run at the moment, but anyway, but we went down to Yarnworks and we spent a couple of hours there.
Yeah, at least two to maybe 2.5 hours, I think.
Yeah. And I think you're talking about maybe doing a pop-up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
And so And
yeah, they're just lovely to talk to. And
you tried new needles, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried some new needles, which you will see later. I've been having a go at them.
Okay.
So yeah.
And it was just, they're just lovely. You know, I think everybody who owns a yarn shop is lovely.
Yeah. I always want to own a yarn shop one day. Don't tell me that I'm lovely. Thanks, Mum.
Love you, really. What else have we done? We've been out to. I went out. I got taken out for dinner on. Was it Sunday?
It was Sunday just gone.
God, I don't know what the days are. Yes, went out for my birthday.
Well, I'm not surprised. How much did you drink? You got through a bit of cider, didn't you?
Well, it had to be done, didn't it?
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 2 pints. It wasn't a huge amount, but yeah.
She wobbled on the way home though. She's such a lightweight.
But yeah, so I had a lovely birthday lunch, and sort of.
It was really nice with the family.
Yeah, so sort of my mum, my sister, my brother and his wife, Shannon, and my son Nicholas.
Tom was working, so couldn't go.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, no,
I was thoroughly spoilt.
Amazing food.
Absolutely.
Amazing food at the railways.
And what is fantastic about them is they are, the couple that own them own it.
Own it, yeah.
The couple that own the railway are celiac, like me. And so, yeah.
Everything.
You can go in there and eat anything, practically anything on the menu, and it's safe. So,
yeah.
Highly
really
recommend. 2 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
Right then.
Should we pause that?
And then we've got one more, and it's really exciting. I got a phone call yesterday to say that my e-tickets for my flight to Australia are available, so I can go and book my flights tomorrow. Or book my seats. I've booked my flights. I paid for
I was going to say, you've booked your flights.
Yeah, so 12 weeks yesterday. I'm so excited.
I am not jealous in any way, shape or form.
She has told me that I need to bring some wool home from her.
Yeah, I'm giving Mum some money to go and buy me some Australian wool.
Do you know what? It's when I go over there, I'm not going to have any room in my suitcase for clothes because I need to take Heinz baked beans with sausages,
hula hoops
in salt and vinegar and plain flavour, Monster Munch in pickled onion and smoking hot, Revels, Minstrels, Star Bars, Boosts, Picnics and Lion Bars. I said, you better take me shopping when I get out there, so I've got some clothes to wear. And he said, I'll just drop you off. I thought, thank you. And then when I come back, I'll leave them there because I've got to bring Shannon's yarn home. But there we go.
Their shopping centres are fantastic though. I love their shopping centres. I miss Australia.
But there we go. So that's exciting.
Yeah. No, it'll be really good. Yes. Not jealous. Oh, I thought that was a photo there. Dear. Anyway, go on.
Right then. So.
Hang on. Okay, cool. I'm fine.
So what we're going to do, as previous podcasts, is we're going to take it in turns to show our wares. I should stop saying that. Show our makes. And it might not be in finished objects, whips order. It's just as we pick them up.
Yeah.
All right.
Literally, got a pile of it all. We'll go through it all.
So, for a change...
I'm going first. Yay. So, you have seen this twice now, I think? Did we do it?
Oh, yes, because...
we did the first one that was like that. And now it's a finished object. So, this is the Frank Shawl. We will pop a picture in. I'll send you the photo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have finished my Frank Shawl. It is, we're going to do it again. Every time. Yeah, I love this shawl. So it's the Frank Shawl by Locatelli. I've worn it a few times.
I was going to say, I think it's perfume.
I was going to say, it doesn't smell bad.
No.
Tell everyone I smell bad on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, so it's by Locatelli. and I really enjoyed it. I mean, I did have to do, that was section 1, so I had to do this one 3 times, I think, in total, this section, because I got all the way up to the end and then was like, I haven't got the right number of stitches, and somehow one side ended up with more stitches than the other, and it was a triangle, so it meant it was a really wonky triangle. So I basically...
Is that isosceles?
It might be isosceles. I don't know.
I was just trying to be clever.
Oh, okay. I thought you were genuinely asking me. I don't know. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. So yeah, I had to do this section 3 times, but on the 3rd time, absolutely fine.
3rd time's a charm.
Then you do section 2, which is this side, and then you knit the 2 triangles together, which is this bottom bit just here. But yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. I do still wear it a bit cowboy style. So with that, I strangle myself a little bit. But it does look like a bit of a bib, because it doesn't just have the triangle bit, so you've got all this extra bit. Anyway.
Did I tell you Isabel Kramer's got a shawl called Cowboys and Angels?
No, actually. I might have to look at that just because I call it cowboy style every time. But yeah, anyway, thoroughly enjoyed that. It is pretty much all garter stitch. You've got a few sort of eyelets. I forgot the word then.
What colours did you use?
Oh, so it's all my own yarns. It's blue fern yarns, and the pale grey is silver fern. Completely spaced on the name then. And you've got the purple, which is mulberry. Then you've got the mid grey, which is concrete, and then you've got the dark, almost black, which is called after dark. So yeah,
very good.
Loved it. Did it exactly to pattern.
And what was nice about it is this one's for you and not for the stand.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Although I probably will have it on the stand because it's beautiful. And
but it wasn't
needs to be shown.
It wasn't a specific project for the stand.
No, this got me back into my knitting because I kind of lost my knitting mojo, and yeah, I kind of just
You've had quite a difficult, well, not difficult, a changeable year, haven't you? Because you went from working full-time, part-time to working blue fern full-time by yourself. You have been very successful with wholesale orders and all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And you were a bit rabbit in the headlights quite a lot. But actually, I'm really amazed and really, well, not amazed because I know that you've got really good work ethic and everything, but I'm really proud of the, you know, you've just handled it as, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Don't you make your mascara run.
Thank you, Mum.
And we usually make mascara run from laughing.
Yeah, we normally do it from laughing, not from...
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Mum.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of brought back my knitting mojo, which is really great.
Good. So the next one, I haven't actually got it with me because it is a Christmas gift, and you'll probably be pleased because the sun is coming out and it was bright enough as it was. So we'll pop a picture in. And this was my great cousin's, change approved. Flax DK. I'm going to move this over here. I made it in Cygnet Colourway DK in the shade 654, which was Sunset. And it's Sunburst.
Sunburst.
I haven't got my glasses on. Sunburst. And it was 100% acrylic because I didn't want his mum to worry about having to kind of hand wash.
Yeah. So you can just throw it in the washing machine and it should be fine.
Because she's got two kids and a dog, and she's quite a busy person.
She's very busy. Yeah, very busy.
She puts us to shame with her organisational abilities.
Oh, I know.
And she's lovely with it.
She is lovely with
and
it.
she is absolutely lovely. She's So that's my first one.
Nice. This feels weird not showing.
I know.
But it's like really, really neon.
Yeah.
Beautiful, but like, whoa.
And to be honest, it's only ever going to be this time of year where we actually do things like this, putting pictures up and not have things to show you, because we definitely want to be, this is what we're making, this is what we're doing.
We would like to show you what we're doing, yeah.
So
is there anything about the pattern that you really enjoyed?
I use the app. I love the app. I really do love the app, and I think it's the ability to plug in the size that you need and to plan it in advance. So you can say, oh, I don't want to go back and pick up the stitches and do the rib, so I'm going to do that first, and I want short bows and I want it to be sort of standard length, not cropped, and I want long sleeves, but you could choose which your sleeve length, and it will tell you exactly how many meters that you need, and it will only give you the instructions for the size that you want. I am a real convert.
Okay, I might have to use the app. I've downloaded it. That's as far as I got.
I've got about
been busy
3 or 4 projects on there, and it's just so easy. And the thing is, you can then go back and look in your projects pretty much like you do on Ravelry. Yeah.
Oh, so you could make, if you found a size that worked for you, you could just go back to that one and make it the same every time.
Yeah.
That's quite good to know. Cool.
Foolproof.
Brilliant. I have got a finished object.
About time.
I know. So I am going to show you the finished object because it was the one that's been on the needles since May and was only just finished. So here is the hawthorn sock. Yay! Finally. I mean, it only took me 2 evenings to finish it.
Spoiler alert, I haven't finished my May socks.
Oh, have you not?
I've not even bought them because I haven't worked on them at all.
So this is part of the club for Blue Fern Yarn's sock club of the birth month flower. Birth month flower.
It's your club.
Whatever way sounds best. Imagine I said that. So this is for May, and we picked the hawthorn flower, so it's the hawthorn socks. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So it is only one sock, and it is quite big because it's joining the others and it's making a box of socks for Tom. So we've got, it was originally going to be 12 socks.
Considering she's only just finished May.
We've got 6 socks for Tom. So they're all done the exact same way, and Tom loves an odd sock, doesn't he? And it's great because if you only ever want to make one sock, perfect. So we've got January's, which was... What was January's birthday?
We'll pop it on the screen.
I want to say chrysanthemum, but that wasn't that. That was November.
Carnation.
Carnation. I think there's another cat eating Bennett's food right now.
And we're back.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
And it wasn't Bennett eating Bennett's food?
No, it was Spider who was eating Bennett's food. So we currently feed about 3 different cats. We own 1.
He owns you.
Yeah, Bennett owns us, really. So we've got Bennett, and then there's a really small black cat with short fur, and he's called Spider. And then you've got a really big tomcat that's black and white, and he's called SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, SpongeBob. I've met SpongeBob.
Who's been in a fair few fights. You can tell that he's a bit of a Tom, can't you?
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, so now that I've chased Spider out of the house, we can carry on with the with the socks that I've been making. So this is January. What did we say it was?
Carnation.
Carnation. That was it. So that's January sock. Then you've got February sock, which was violets.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can remember. I've slept. Then we've got March's sock, which is daffodils. And then you've got April's, which is sweet pea.
Did you see I put them all together in the right order?
You did, yeah. I really appreciate that. My mum blocked them for me, so then they were out of the house for Tom. Then you've got May sock, which is the hawthorn. And then we've got June sock, which was honeysuckle.
Yes.
Honeysuckle. So yeah, he's going to have a set of 6 individual socks. It's like a little washing line of socks. So he's going to have all of these socks to mix and match. So they're all knit in the same way and all on the same yarn base, but it's just obviously the colours that are different. So I've used my classic sock base, and then I've cast on 72 stitches. Hold on.
Hold, please.
I have my notebook. So it's 72 stitches, 1 by 1 twisted rib for 15 rounds. Then for the leg, he's got like 80 rounds just here. It's an afterthought heel because...
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a heel flap and gusset because he normally prefers the afterthought heel. But when I was making January sock, he came home early from work one day and he knows I prefer this, and I was still trying to keep it a secret from him. So when I was making January sock, I had to make the heel flap and gusset. So they've all got that. He will wear them with that because he's got a few pairs where I've made it like that. So yeah. And then what else have I got? 73 rounds for the foot, including the gusset. And then the toe is literally just a wedge toe. So it is just a standard wedge toe. And yeah, so I've got it written down because I write everything down. Your socks are not in here because I don't make that many for you. You can make your own socks. So yeah, I've got it written down. So then basically, whenever I decide I want to make a sock in something and I don't want to make a pair, I can make an individual one for Tom and it can literally just go in the rotation. But yeah, he'll get a nice chunk of socks.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure I wrap that up today before he comes home from work. Because he's until close, so he's told me. And he's off tomorrow, so I need to make sure it's wrapped up tonight. But yeah. I really like them. Yeah. Have you got something else?
Yes, so again, just going in here. Basically, this is the Flax DK for my great cousin's sister, who is also my great cousin.
Yeah.
So I did a 2 to 4 year old size. I did it in a Stylecraft. I've been talking to Darren. Do you know what? My friend Darren's from Yorkshire, and every so often things like that slip in. Yeah.
I have.
Don't start that off. Stylecraft Batik in the Tropical Flowers colourway. It's
beautiful. Not as neon.
It's 20% wool and 80% acrylic.
Sorry, what colour was it?
Tropical flowers.
Yeah.
So it's a tropical batik. It's a Stylecraft Batik Swirl, not the batik, because that's different.
Yeah.
Yes. And so hopefully you'll have seen a picture of it, and hopefully, well, so my cousin has said that she's received the parcels, so hopefully she'll still be talking to me
when they open them. On Boxing Day, yes.
All right.
I'm sure she will be.
Okay.
I've lost my notes. Kind of threw the socks over there, and then it's made me lose my notes. So where am I up to? Oh, okay. So I've got another finished object because I've been on a bit of a mission of trying to finish everything, gifts, and basically to have a bit of a clean start for the new year.
I think that's, I think quite a lot of people are doing the kind of just clearing. I think there's a few knit-alongs that are going on, like I think Mandy from Mouse's Makes is doing a top 'em off Mal, which is basically get rid of all the things that are outstanding and go into the new year with a clean slate. So
I might post some photos and get tagged in there.
Mm.
Why not? So this is my first ever Musselburgh hat.
First ever?
First ever. Yeah, it is a gift. It is for my nan. So it is made out of my yarn. It's looking very bleached out on the screen.
I think it's because it's really sunny out there again at the moment.
Yeah. So this is called Sweater Weather. It is a little bit darker than what it is coming up on the...
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's darker in real life than what it is on the screen. And I made the adult medium. I'm looking to Mum because I kept asking Mum, because it's for my nan. Because she keeps pinching all of your ones, doesn't she, that you've made. So it is a gift for my nan. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. It's ta-da! Ta-da! It's one of the ones that you fold in half. My cast on isn't amazing. I did tidy it up a little bit, look.
It's alright. I mean, considering it's her first go, and my first one, that's on the inside.
Yeah, this is the bit that goes on the inside. So I don't know if you'll be able to see much of it. So it's the pinwheel cast on, is that what it's called?
I don't know, is it pinwheel, pinhole, whatever. Something
like that. And it's the first time I've ever done anything like that. Oh my god, it was so fiddly. I was getting really angry with it. Tom was laughing at me because I was like sticking my tongue out when I was trying to do it. Yeah, anyway. So the pattern...
You almost need 4 hands. Didn't you get him to hold them?
Oh, I probably should have done that. He'd have just laughed at me a bit more. Oh, I've tucked in too much there. I'm still trying to get used to it all.
So find the ends. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Simples.
Simples. Yeah, and that's the sort of cast off bit. And yeah, I hope she likes it. I feel like it's really big. Hopefully she likes it.
She will wear it because it'll be warm around her ears. She has kind of like pain in a jaw, so she
has them covering her ears.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that because now I can't hear anything. Stop it. Anyway, but yeah, so I've made that for my nan. Yeah, Musselburgh. You've seen 43 on this advert, on this podcast already because Mum keeps making them. How many have you made?
I'm on 4.
You're on 4,
and I haven't really made an awful lot of progress on the number 4 because I've been doing other bits and pieces. So
this only took 80. I had 83 grams of yarn, and I had half a gram left. I was like literally playing yarn checking. I was so scared that I was going to run out, and I was like, yep, the outside bit is just going to have a little circle of something else. But no, luckily I managed to finish it. But yeah, hopefully she likes it. I am going to make another one. Yeah, I think I'm going to make another one. Why are you smirking like a child?
Because what we've just done. We're not childish at all.
Anyway, have you got another one?
I have. So
finished or?
It is finished. So carrying on with the theme of sorry.
We both just went, huh?
My friends just sent me a photo. We both went
Anyway. Now that we can see the photo, it just came up with the notification saying friend's name and photo, and it was just like
Anyway,
on with the, what were you saying? I've forgotten.
So basically going on with the theme of modifying and not sticking to a pattern, such as the Tolsta tee with sleeves, I've made a jumper that should have sleeves without sleeves. So basically I've made the Weekender Crew DK.
I don't know if
it's not showing. You need to bring it down a bit. Yeah. So basically this Andrea Mowry has 96 million people have made the Weekender and the Weekender Light. I am not a fan of like the boat neck. I don't think it's particularly flattering on me. So when she brought out the Weekender Crew, which is a DK, I thought, I'm having a go at that. But because I have made several things in the past with really, really nice yarn that I've ended up giving to charity shops or whatever, because
It's like the fit wasn't right.
The fit wasn't right. I didn't like it as much, and all sorts. So what I tend to do is I tend to make something in a slightly...
It's a new thing that you're doing.
Yeah, it's a new thing. So make something in a slightly less expensive yarn that I don't mind making mistakes on or doing modifications on, so I get the pattern right, so I can then use the nice yarn
to then remake it.
To remake it. So this is, and I am aware that I'm quite fortunate to be able to have a budget for the nice yarn. So. But this is made in...
Yeah, but you've been collecting nice yarn for how many years?
Oh God, I don't know.
You've got a stash that is very impressive. I get very jealous when I come over and look at her stash. I'm like, yeah.
So, this is, as I said, the Weekender Crew. It's like the original Weekender in that it's done in reverse stockinette with a slip stitch down the middle, but it's actually got shaping, and it's still got the ribbing on the sleeves,
the shoulders,
on the shoulders, but it's actually got a crew neck. So I made this in Stylecraft ReCreate in the colour charcoal.
It's got little flecks of colour. I don't know if that will show up.
I did the 52-inch bust size, and the yarn is 40% wool, 30% acrylic, and 30% recycled polyester, which I think is the little blue blobs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will show up.
I haven't actually washed or blocked this.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I just basically stuck it on as soon as I finished it. So I'm sure that I could probably tidy it up a little bit more. But it's got all the details of the original Weekender, like the 3 needle bind off but exposed on the top, and the rib across the sleeves, but it's just, and the slip stitch down the middle, but it's just got a crew neck. The sleeves are actually done in stockinette, so this is reverse stockinette, and the sleeves will be done in, should be done in reverse stockinette.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, because I'm happy with this, I know what modifications I'm going to make. I didn't feel the need, I never usually have to do too much about the sleeves, and I can usually work it out for myself anyway.
Well, case in point.
So yeah, so I just feel I didn't need the sleeves, so what I did was, and I'm loving slipovers, I just put a rib on it. And I'm wearing it as a slipover. So I have got a couple of photos.
Is that ever going to get boring? I don't think that will. It will chuckle every time.
So I knit it to pattern because I thought I'm going to knit it to pattern and then see what modifications I need to make.
So what modifications would you make? So
I did think I might need to put bust darts in, but I'm not going to. Now, the reason that I would normally put bust darts in is when you've got a jumper, if you've got a big bust, the front of your jumper lifts up. And so what happens is the front and back of your jumper are at different heights. Mm-hmm. Even when the rib is flat and it's supposed to be the same length, front and back.
So even like if you were blocking it, for example, and you're laying it flat, you would see that they would line up, wouldn't they?
Yes,
normally.
but once it's on your on the body, your bust takes up more room for than the back, and so therefore you will have a higher front.
Yeah.
So because it's a little bit oversized anyway, I'm not actually going to do any bust modifications. The only thing that I'm going to do is this has got a split hem, which is one of the original pattern.
You can sort of see it.
Yeah. So the front here is shorter than the back. Not by much. So all I'm going to do is for the split hem is I'm going to make this the same length as the back, but it will wear like the pattern is designed to be worn with the front slightly higher than the back, but not too much higher.
If I were wearing that
Yeah.
I wouldn't make that modification because I'm not as busty, so therefore my jumpers don't necessarily sit that much higher at the front for me.
But they do considerably on me. So basically what will happen is if I make...
You'll still have the same effect.
I'll have the same effect, but it means that I just literally... And it's just such a simple little change.
Yeah, can make a big difference.
Can make a big difference. As we go on and I'll make more jumpers, because I'm actually making more things for me, I will show you what I'm doing to make them fit me. So things like, for example, on this one, if I was making a yoke jumper for me, when it comes to separating for the sleeves, I will actually take less. I will steal some stitches from the back to put on the front. So a lot of yoke jumpers, you've got so many stitches for the sleeves, so many stitches for the front, so many stitches for the back. I would probably use about 10 stitches from the back on the front. So I've pushed...
So you're bringing it forward.
I've pushed those sleeves back further, as it in effect. Yeah.
That forward and...
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
But I'll go into more detail of those when I do them. And so now I'm happy. I know what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm even going to make it very... I'm not going to make it longer. I will literally just do... You can see there. That's where the front finishes and that's where the back finishes.
Yeah.
I would just make them the same length and I'll have the same effect, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
So I've got some beautiful John Arbon knit by numbers in a green that I'm gonna make this in. And the other thing that I will mention is the pattern. If I put the picture of Andrea Mowry wearing it in a pattern page on the screen, you'll see that she's got pockets on the front, and I don't think that would be particularly flattering on somebody with my body shape and body size. I would feel quite uncomfortable with it. So,
or you're drawing attention to an area of your body that you don't want to. Yeah.
So I'm not going to put pockets on.
Yeah.
That's the only other modification. So there's that.
Beautiful.
And we've got some pictures of me wearing it, so we might have already put them up, but if not, I'll put them up now.
Every time.
So as I said, that was Style ReCreate DK, and I just used 3 balls for this, 300 grams, and I have got quite a bit left over. And yeah, so I'll make it with sleeves in my John Arbon.
That is lovely green yarn,
that I
really want to see that.
I bought at Yarndale. Yeah.
That's nice.
So that's that one.
Cool. My turn?
Yeah.
I have got a finished object, another one. It sounds like loads, but this one was actually very kindly sample crocheted for me, because it's a crochet item.
It's beautiful.
And thankfully this is going up after Christmas.
I mean, I'm not even attempting to edit it until Boxing Day or the day after, so we're safe.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I've got it the right way around. I think it's that way around. So this is made out of my 2023 4-week Advent Fade, which was based on the same theme as the 24-day one, Beaches. And here it is. So it is another huge shawl. And this is called the Mediterranean Shawl, and it is by Natalia Miniarska. I'm really sorry, that was really rude. I shouldn't have said that like that. Miniarska? We'll pop the name on the screen and it will all be down below, and we'll link the pattern and everything like that. So the pattern is actually, it's not written in English, but there is a very good chart on there. So one of my lovely friends from my knit group very kindly made this for me as a sample. Beautiful. So with the 4-week Advent, you get 4 100-gram skeins, and this is like week 1. And then you've got, so that is called Sandbank. Then you've got week 2, which is here, and that is called Shawls. Then you've got Tide with week 4.
3.
and week 4 is undertow. So yeah, it just makes this gorgeous. I love this fade, I really do. And she said that it was quite easy to follow with the pattern being charted, even though it wasn't written in English. She's quite an experienced crocheter, and she's done many.
Which way does it go?
It's supposed to go that way.
Oh.
So she's made many different things, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Stunning. I love it. It was done out of the classic 4-ply yarn base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon.
It's got a weight to it, hasn't it?
It has got a weight. So I don't know if you are or not a crocheter. It's very yarn hungry.
Which is why you've got all of this in week 1.
Yeah, and then it looks very small, just because the rows are like, that is one row all the way at the end here, so that is absolutely massive. But yeah, it's very lovely. I've worn it a couple of times, and I really like this. This fade set will definitely be coming to my shop because I really enjoyed this. I even think I want a jumper in it. So.
Do you know what? I've actually, you very kindly gifted a set to me, didn't you? Because I did quite a lot of.
You've done quite a lot of sample knitting for me, so I gifted you a set. Yeah.
And I chose it on the shimmer. So
50% merino, 50% silk.
And I think I'm going to do a Tolsta tee.
Oh, are you? I didn't know you decided.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Because I just think the yarn will. You don't need to do anything. Really.
It will show off the yarn quite nicely, won't it?
Oh no, it would just look. Yeah.
But yeah, this is my 4-week advent from this year, and it's the first time I've ever done a 4-week advent as well. So really pleased with that. Yeah.
Do we have pictures of it?
I do. Yes, I can send you the photos. And I'll pop them on the screen.
So because we're struggling to get it all in, we'll pop it in there. All right.
Yeah. So we've got that one.
So, and moving on from that one, then, do you want to show the other one?
Yep, so this is the... Oh, so I've got that side, haven't I? You've got that side. Yeah. So this is the 24-day shawl. No, this is the 24-day advent, and it has been made using the pattern that I designed for, basically, for this advent.
Which is the cosy...
Which is called the Cozy Coastline. And we have got photos, so we'll pop the photo in. But we've got it here. So this is the 2023 Advent, 24 days. So it is quite a long shawl. We keep going. I think we've got to keep going this way. Yep. So yeah, so this is the Beaches Advent. I very much love this. You very kindly made this sample for me. I'm just gonna, if I can get it right. Oh, we've both done it. So, in fact, I think you can see it a bit better on the greens there.
Hang on a minute, let me do this.
Yeah, so the idea with the pattern was that it was supposed to be quite mindful. So, December is, for me personally, for a lot of people, I think, is quite stressful. So I wanted something, I knew the shape that I wanted. This is like design version number 96. I went through so many different versions and different styles, and I just couldn't find one. And then this one, I knew I wanted a shawl, and I wanted it as a triangular shawl rather than a wrap. So that's what I did. And a lot of it is garter stitch. So you've got the mindfulness with all the garter stitch, which is quite squishy and lovely. Yeah, so you've got the garter stitch just here, but there is a little bit of detail, which is this bit over here, where it's cable, and it's over a certain number of stitches. It is a paid for pattern, and up until the 31st of December you can get 20% off by using the code Cozy Coast, and that's on my website or on Ravelry.
I'm gonna stick it on.
I'll pop it all on the screen for you. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. I love this one. I really do.
It's very, very much you, isn't it? It's sort of like you.
Colours and style.
Colours and style, but you're very much at home on a beach. Your happy place would be a hut on a beach.
Yeah, I'd love a beach hut. Can we make that happen? I've got to ask Tom, haven't I?
Yeah.
But yeah, just I love the beach. Very much enjoyed dyeing this setup and the other sets, and yeah, just absolutely love it. But yeah, and hopefully those that purchased the advent really liked it as well.
I've seen a couple of people doing it, because a couple of the people from our yarn group, knit group, have bought them, and so I've seen a couple of them. So yeah, and they're looking really good. So
yeah, it's been so fun.
Yeah,
it's been fun watching everyone open all of their advents, whether it's Blue Fern or anything else. You opening your 12-day countdown.
Yeah, and it's a bit.
Nice.
It's a bit of a. It's always a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Because it's.
You don't know what you get.
You don't know what you're going to get. You can only go by what the dyers put out there as.
If they do it, mood boards
and images and things like that. And just, yeah, I think you just have to be a bit open-minded and just. I love making that one, and I think I'm going to love making the advent for the advent
4-week
day.
one.
Yeah,
4-week advent. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, they're my advents for this year. This year still, because it will be posted before the end of December.
Hopefully.
Well, I have just said that there's going to be a code, so hopefully there will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right then.
What have you got?
So this one is supposed to be my mother's Christmas present. Do we want to lay odds on whether I get it finished in time?
You need her to stop coming into your room and joining
bursting into my room and joining in phone conversations and things.
Feels left out.
So I know. I've kind of taken to sort of like sitting on my bed with the duvet like sort of folded backwards, and then when I hear the door go, I go
quickly hide it. Hide whatever you're making.
What are you doing? Reading.
With the book open right next to you.
I feel like I'm 12. But anyway, so this is a work in progress. That's the front because it's got the thing on. So, and so this is called the Flowery. That's all it is. Flowery Shawl, and it's by Suzanne Edelay. And it's using.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's not far off the colours actually, is it? It's quite pretty true to colour. The green has got like this gorgeous pink tone to it here.
So this is it, and I think I'm just about halfway.
Oh, I love it. Are they the same colours as the one in the shop?
Yes.
Are they? They don't look like they are.
So
I'll hold it if you want to carry on.
Hold please.
What did you, you dropped the yarn. Drop yarn down.
So this is used a Zowball, you know the Shopwall Zowball Stark 6, which is 75% superwash merino, or 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. It's 150 gram balls, and you get 400 meters per 150 grams. So it's not a sock weight yarn. It's slightly thicker, isn't it? And it's not a DK, so it's kind of it's almost a sport. Yeah. So the colours that I'm using are the actual colours that she used in the pattern. So you've basically got leaves and wedges. So the wedges are done in this colour, which is lots of different shades of greens and pinks and sort of and blues. We've got a bit of quite subtle changes, yeah. Quite subtle changes, isn't it? It's still very much a green, but you've got bits in there that make it not green as well. Yeah, so you've got all the different shades of green, so like emerald, lime, all sorts. Leaf. And then kind of like bits of pink as well. Okay. And then the other one is, that's called Shooting Star. and this is Garden Party.
Oh, I'd assume they'd be the other way
I
around.
thought they would be the other way round, but they're not.
Oh.
So with the Garden Party, you've literally got pinks, yellows, blues. Actually, you probably see it better in there. So it ranges from, it's just
purples, pinks, blues, teals,
mint greens,
yeah,
all sorts of colours.
we've even got green in there as well. Look.
Yeah. And so you're literally doing wedges, short row wedges and short row leaves.
So it's a sort of wrap sort of style, but with a curvy
it's kind
edge.
of like going to be a scarf. Let me
hold it back a bit. Yeah, so you can sort of see that it's...
Oh, that looks really good.
It looks really good. Can we make that our thumbnail? If we hold it long enough, will that work?
Hopefully.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, so I think I need to count the wedges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not even halfway.
I think you'll get it done because you're quite a speedy knitter. When you get going,
Yeah.
it's just the interruptions that you need to somehow avoid.
Yes, so I might have to do a couple of wedges while I'm here today before I go home.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the only other thing is I might just wrap it up as far as I get, and then I'm like, okay, give it back.
Give it back, I'll finish it and then you can have it.
Yeah, because it has got, the pattern does actually have an eye cord in that colour all the way around the edge.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yep. And so I saw this
At Venetia's Yarn
at Venetia's Yarn Shop, where my friend Mandy had actually made it as a sample, and I kept saying,
Nan liked it, didn't she, when she saw it?
Yeah, I kept saying, Nan would love that, or Mum would love that. Yeah, and so
yeah,
hopefully, and I can do it's sort of, it's quite repetitive. You just need to make sure that your wedges are on the right side. So you have 2 on each side, as it were. So 2 there, and then
you're showing down here.
Yeah. So
you've got 1, 2,
and then 1, 2, and then it repeats because the leaves are the same.
It's just the wedges that
It's just
change the direction a little.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
And so I've kind of got it in my head now, so I don't need to refer to the pattern. When I first started, it was, what? I didn't quite have to phone Mandy and say, how did you do that? But it did sort of like, yeah, take a lot of, because the pattern page is very, very wordy, no charts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it's nice.
But yes, so that's from my mum, and it's called the Flowery, as I said. Yeah, and just 2 balls of this Zowball Stark, which is going to be 300 grams in total because it's 150 grams balls each. Yeah,
That was good.
Yep. So there's that one, and it's in. I've got to do this. Ram it all in. My bag from. Oh, I don't need to do that. From Eldon Woodcraft.
Yeah, I like that bag. I love all of her bags.
I will be checking my bag before I leave.
I like all of those bags.
So there's that one. Right then, looks like this one's going to be a bit longer than the others because we've got quite a few things and bits that we've obviously been doing in secret. So
yep,
we think it was safe to do it now.
Yes, well, we're recording now, so then we can wrap up all the presents and then show it after Christmas Day, hopefully. Yeah, fingers crossed.
So you're next.
So I have got a whip that's sitting in my lovely Fern bag. I love this bag. You made this one for me.
I did.
Was it one of your prototypes or was it just a
I think
a
it was a
bag?
prototype, yeah.
Yeah. So it's got this really funky, in fact if I show you that way around, it's got this really funky material on the inside. I really like that as well. Love it. And obviously me being me, I like my ferns.
Yeah, it had to be yours really, didn't it? It was blue.
Yeah.
Ferns, blue ferns. Some of them are blue.
That's a little bit blue. It's got blue tones to it,
Yeah.
haven't they? So I'm just showing everyone down here who can't see anything down here. Anyway, but yeah, there we go.
For the kids in the front.
Yeah. So we said that we went to Yarnworks, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I bought some needles. So it is I actually bought chow goo.
She caved.
Yeah. I'm higher all the way through. But I really wanted to try like the 9-inch circulars. I tried them before. I just couldn't get on with them no matter what I did. However, I've tried them again and
God, you're racing through that.
I know. I'm really racing through it. So I'm making a pair of socks, and I've done one sock tube. Again, they're quite short, and I'll explain why in a minute. But
she's got diddy feet.
They're not that diddy. But yeah, so we've got one, and we've got about 2/3 of another. So yeah. The yarn is called Poinsettia from Giddy Yarns. So this is the self-striping colourway that she does. And then she paired it with a mini. So I'd buy 50 gram balls whenever I'm doing socks for me. And then usually a mini that goes with it if they provide one. If they don't, then I just find one in my stash because I've all got a stash that's got loads. In fact, well, that's going to show it all, but that's her logo. Helen does amazing self-striping. I thought I was wearing another pair of hers, but I'm not. But yeah, I've had quite a few self-striping balls from hers. Fantastic. And yeah, with these, so I cast on with oh, I've got a hair on it. Yeah, probably I'm molting. So I cast on 64 stitches using some DPNs, and I've done 1x1 twisted rib on that. I normally do twisted rib. I find that it just pulls in that little bit more on socks. But if I was to do a jumper or something like that, I just do normal ribbing. But yeah, for socks I use twisted rib, and then I've knit a number of rounds, and then with this one, I'll show you, it's a bit easier. What I'll do is I will cut in and do an afterthought heel with the green. And yeah, and the reason it's quite short, normally with her self-striping socks, I can get them and they're quite long, but I'd done all the way up to about here, and I wanted to make sure that I could start the other sock on the same sort of colour, so they're sort of twinsies. And I'd weighed what I had left, and then I pulled off like an extra bit, an extra section, an extra chunk basically, and it meant that I would have ended up with less than 25 grams. So I wanted to make sure that I still had enough. With this, I think I'm still going to end up with maybe 5-6 grams. Yeah. But it wouldn't be enough to do a whole section and mean that the second sock would have started on a different stripe. Does that make sense? Am I wording that right? Sounds like I'm wording that really long-winded.
Basically, she wanted them to look as identical as she could make them, and she didn't have enough yarn.
Yeah, what she said. Anyway, but yeah, so that's why it's a little bit shorter. So what I'll do is I'll just cut in wherever it needs to be, and that will be fine, and I'll have a pair of socks. But yeah, honestly, it is quite fiddly with the 9-inch circular needles, or 23 centimetres if you prefer centimetres than inches. I definitely need needle stoppers for these. Yeah. Because the amount of times I've nearly dropped my stitches or they've just come off. But yeah, just speeding along through them. Did I had them? I don't think I had them cast on before we went to Yarnworks, did we?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. So I've only cast them on within the last.
We went on the
2 weeks.
9th.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that Saturday or was that Sunday? It was a Saturday, wasn't it? So yeah, it's only been cast on for like 2 and a bit weeks. I haven't been working on it last week, but yeah, very happy with those. But yeah, very excited.
And you tried them in the shop, didn't you?
Yeah, they let me try the needles actually in the shop with a scrap bit of yarn that they had. Yeah, and it was really awkward to do, but actually it was really helpful to try them.
It was awkward because you were casting on, weren't you?
Yeah.
If it had been just kind of like stunt knitting where they just kind of leave a tube and you could just work on it, because once you got into the round and
once
round,
it got going, it was fine. But yeah, they're okay. They are. They make my. I can't do it for long periods of time because it makes my hands hurt because I don't like this.
We'll have to get a picture, little video
of me knitting.
Shannon use it. Yeah,
I'll see if we can do that today then.
Yeah,
but yeah. So there's that one.
Right then, we just had a little readjustment because I was being blinded by the sun.
Yeah, I think you can still see it.
It's still
hopefully we'll get through it before.
We might get quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
or move around the living room.
Yeah.
Anyway,
probably that option.
So I've got one more thing, and so I can't find the. Whereas everybody else is making winter jumpers, I'm making a summer top.
You've got really far on that.
Yes, because this is the thing that I keep having to work on because
Nan keeps coming in.
She keeps bursting in. So I am making some of you may know I'm going to Australia next March. 12 weeks yesterday. I might have said that a few times.
Just a few.
And so it's going to be there autumn, but it's still going to be around sort of 24, 26 degrees. So everybody else is making.
It'll just get cold at night.
Yeah. I just have to take a shawl. You know, heavy winter jumpers, and I'm making a summer top, as I said. So I'm making the Urchin, which is by Libby Johnson, and I'm using DMC Natura linen. So it's a linen,
I love that sheen,
cotton and polyamide blend. Is it polyamide or no? Linen, viscose.
They're all muchness, aren't they?
Viscose and cotton. And it's in colourway 071. Now this is really, really hard to photograph because I put a picture up on our Instagram account and I said I had to put...
It looked charcoal.
Yeah, and I had to put it up to say, this isn't a black and white photo.
Yeah.
So it's kind of... So it's kind of grey, but sometimes it has a blue tinge to it and sometimes it has a green tinge to it.
I don't see the green, I do see the blue.
If you did that again.
I see the blue. But yeah.
Anyway.
It's beautiful.
So, this is my progress so far. Do you want to pull the bottom bit out a bit? So you can see the... So basically, it's just a V-neck t-shirt with this eyelet detail down the front on both sides.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so yeah, as I say, it's like it's a V-neck t-shirt. I'm not making any modifications to it because it's going to be a little bit baggy. I'm a little bit concerned about how deep this V is here.
You got to pick up for it.
And so what she says for the pickup, it's a paid for pattern, so I don't really want to say too much, but you just, I might do something different.
We'll see that on the next episode.
Yeah, and then the sleeves is literally just maybe about an inch of stockinette and a rib on the bottom.
Feels quite nice.
So I think it will be really nice and light and airy. You know, just throw on over the top of...
I'm so sorry.
That's
you
not thunder
that.
or a plane. That's Shannon's stomach.
That was really loud.
That was really loud. It did sound like one of the planes that go over.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anyway, so yes, I don't think it'll be much longer actually. It says, I think I'm about 7, 8 inches, something like that on the body. So I've only got another 5 or 6 inches before I start the ribbing. And it's funny because because it's linen, it is quite hard on your hands, but actually the stuff where
The
I'm
fabric
actually,
that
the
it
fabric
creates.
it's creating, it's just softening up. Look now, look at that. That looks green.
No, I don't see it. I was going to lie and say I saw it, but I didn't see it, so yeah.
But there you go. So, using my Chagri needles on a 3.5mm, and this Shannon gave me these for my birthday.
Little gnomes.
Yeah. Yes. So I think that would be very nice for my holiday. So when I finish this one, I'll probably do another summer one, and then that's it, have two, because as I mentioned previously, I'm not going to have a lot of room in my suitcase with all the list of demands I'm taking with me.
No.
And
okay.
It's in
Sure.
a penguin bag, because although it's a summer top, it has to be a winter project bag.
I don't actually have any winter project bags.
I say it's got to be a winter project bag with my hair coming out of it. But it's I basically reach for the same ones. In fact, it's got in here at the bottom all my things for previous makes. So
you might need to clear that out at some point.
I will need to clear it out. I'm going to treat myself on New Year's Eve. I'm going to empty all my project bags of needles and yarn bands and everything. So yep. So as I said, Urchin by Libby Johnson, size 6. Yeah, and hopefully that will be finished next time we see you.
Hopefully, I'm sure it will be.
Yep.
I have got something that's a little bit different. I am actually making a new design of a shawl. This has been in the works since January 22. That's when the original idea came up, and I'll send you this photo so you can pop this in.
Yeah.
But it's literally the only place where I've actually done a little doodle for it. So you can see the reflection of the lights from my Christmas tree in that. But that's sort of to give you the idea of the shape. So it is a new design. And yeah, anyway, it's living in Eldenwood bag. And I haven't got very far with it, but this is the colour that I'm making it in. So the reason it's taken so long is because I put it on hold for ages, because the colour that I was making it in, so I was using an Advent that I had bought, and it just wasn't working with so many different colours.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted it in a solid colour, but I hadn't created the colour that I wanted. And now autumn, I created this colour. It's called Apple Spice, and this is on my Luxe base, and look at that shimmer. You can never see that on the photos.
Or on your website, I think.
Yeah,
it does shine.
So this is Luxe, so it is 70% merino, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. I'm 90% sure that's what that is. So it's lovely and soft. And actually, I've never knit anything with this yarn base. You've knit a sample with this yarn base for me, but I've never used it and I love it. So I've got a number of skeins in here. I've only wound 2 because, you know, I only wind what I actually need straight up and then panic about it later. And this is what's left of the first caked skein. And I've not done a lot. I've done a little. And this is sort of the first section. So it's done in, I don't know if you want to hold that out.
Oh, I see.
So this is going to be along the top here, literally at the top of the screen. And then what it will be is you'll have like half a diamond one side and then the other half the other side. So you're knitting it in a bit of a odd way round. If I get the image.
Modular construction.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a modular construction. So what we've just shown you is literally along this top bit here. So we're knitting this section here, and then you'll add that section, and then you'll just literally keep going. So it'll be continuous.
You could do it in like 2 colours, or...
You could do it in 2 colours. You could do the diamonds individually in 1 colour each, sort of thing. Or you can do the half diamonds in 1 colour each, like a different colour each one.
Half diamonds, you mean triangles?
Yes, triangles, mother. But yeah, so that's sort of, it hasn't got a name. I just keep calling it the Star Leaf Shawl. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully you guys will like it too. It has got an I-cord cast on, so it creates this really nice neat edge. It'll have an I-cord around the outside as well, which again will create a really nice edge.
I love an I-cord for hiding colours in.
Yeah, if you've got lots of colours, you can sew your ends into it.
Yeah, joining colours, yeah.
Yeah.
You can run them up the I-cord.
But yeah, so this is just the first part. I literally only cast on Tuesday, and we're now on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, and I've only knit on it Tuesday during the day, and then 2 hours at knit group last night, and that's what I've done. So, and it's like lovely squishy garter, and yeah, not much, but hopefully we'll be a lot further along next time.
Yeah.
Next time when you see it,
and hopefully the diagram will make it a little bit clearer, and you'll be able to see.
Yeah, hopefully you'll see more. But I know that when we did our intro, I said about like how I design some patterns, and people wanted to know my process and things like that. So quite often it starts off with an idea and a doodle, so like so. And I took a photo so that I could send it to you, and we can pop it in the screen, in the image somewhere. And yeah, it just starts off as an image. Then I practice a few different stitches, usually on a swatch or a square or something like that, just to see how the stitches will turn out. And then off I go. But obviously, because I started this one back in January 2022, I already knew how the stitches were going to work out, because I already had it written out. And quite often I will write out the pattern before I actually start making the final sample, because then I can read the pattern and see bits that need to be updated. So you can see there's like various markings and things like that will just tell me different. Oh my god, it's you now. Oh no, mine's talking to you. Our stomachs are grumbling. Yeah, and the lighting is going really weird now.
It's really weird because it was so bright. Literally, she opened the curtain just now, and it's just like, oh, I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
And now it's gone really, really dark again.
Yeah. But the screen still looks quite bright at the moment.
Yeah. We'll see what it looks like when I'm editing it. So
yeah.
But it might be a really quick. Well, thanks very much.
It might be. It might be.
Right then. So is that you done?
That's me done.
And that's me done too.
Oh, is that?
Yep. So we will probably see you again in
New Year somewhat.
Well, this will probably go up between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah. And
then we'll probably do another one sort of like mid to late January.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of fits in with our timetables and things like that. We just want to say an enormous thank you for all your likes and subscribes and
comments,
lovely comments and messages on Instagram and everything like that. It's just,
we do read every single comment and everything like that.
I think this has probably been one of the most favourite things. I know.
Oh no, it's going
I'll
live
come
again.
forward to a bit. I think this has probably been one of the most favourite things of my year.
Has it?
Yeah,
oh,
starting this has been one of my favourite things. So
good.
We
I've
just
really enjoyed it.
Hope that you enjoy it too. Just want to wish you the happiest and healthiest of New Year's. And
hope that 2024 brings you everything you want.
And everything that you need.
Yes.
So, yeah. Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.